Part 28.7 Surah Al-Qasas, The Stories of Salamu, Alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. We ascend today to the very summit of spiritual initiation. Delving into the intensely dramatic verses 28 minutes and 31 seconds, 35 of Surah Al-Qasas, The Stories. Having been definitively called by Allah, the Lord of the worlds, Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, is now immediately prepared for the colossal task ahead. This sequence is a masterclass in divine logistics, where profound human fear is instantly countered by absolute spiritual assurance, and the newly commissioned messenger is equipped with the necessary proofs, mujizat or miracles, and the essential support needed to face the greatest, most entrenched tyrant of the age. The narrative flow here is characterized by stunning, rapid-fire action. The call is followed immediately by the manifestation of the first two undeniable miracles, the rod and the hand, which serve as both external, visible proof for Pharaoh, and internal, unshakable conviction for the prophet. This phase culminates with Prophet Musa's, peace be upon him, humble, strategic request for his brother, Harun, peace be upon him, to serve as his linguistic deputy. This entire segment demonstrates the perfection of Allah's planning, where no messenger is sent into the field of action without complete, spiritual, psychological, and practical provision. Every element is designed to establish the truth of the call beyond all possible doubt, buttressed by the magnificent names of Allah, Ar-Rahman, and Ar-Rahim, demonstrating a comprehensive strategy to overcome the seemingly insurmountable power of the pharaonic state. The transition from the solitary life of a shepherd to the charged, public mission of a messenger is accomplished in a few transcendent moments. The command of the rod and the miracle of transformation, Kanzel Aman, Quran Surah Al-Qasas, The Stories. Chapter 28, verse 31, and cast down your rod. So when he saw it writhing as if it were a serpent, turned his back and fled and did not turn back. O Moses, come forward and do not fear. Indeed, you are among the secure. Immediately following the majestic self-declaration, indeed, I am Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the first practical command is issued, initiating the process of prophetic empowerment and the validation of his new status, and cast down your rod. This instruction is not simply a test of passive obedience. It is the direct, active demonstration of the transcendent power that now flows through the messenger and, crucially, through the most ordinary implements of his former life. The simple shepherd's rod, a piece of common wood used for guidance, defense, and labor, is instantly selected to become the first undeniable sign of Allah. The selection of an everyday object emphasizes that divine power does not require rare or esoteric materials. It can infuse the mundane with the miraculous. The immediate result is terrifying and inspiring. A visceral confrontation with the raw, tamed force of creation. So when he saw it writhing as if it were a serpent, the transformation is total and shocking, replacing the rigid, inanimate wood with a creature of terrifying, animated power. The specific term used suggests a colossal, quickly moving serpent, conveying a sense of sudden, gargantuan vitality and immediate threat. The prophet's immediate natural human reaction is to turn his back and flee, and did not turn back. This detail is of immense theological importance. It confirms the prophet's genuine, unembellished humanity in the face of the supernatural. His flight, an involuntary surge of self-preservation, simultaneously validates the miracle for all time. Even the prophet himself, the recipient of the command, was overwhelmed and terror-stricken by the sudden, terrifying display of raw, divine power. His raw reaction proves that the spectacle was genuinely frightening and beyond human control, not a theatrical trick or a calculated illusion. The sudden, overwhelming nature of the transformation was necessary to fully convince the prophet of the non-human origin of the power he was about to wield. The terror is instantaneously quelled by the divine voice, providing the necessary spiritual assurance that is the hallmark of every prophetic call. O Moses, come forward and do not fear. Indeed, you are among the secure. This command simultaneously affirms the prophet's vulnerable humanity while instantly elevating his spiritual status. The security promised is absolute and transcendental. It is an assurance of divine immunity and unbreachable protection, a spiritual shield that renders all worldly and physical threats impotent. He is placed in a select, consecrated company among the secure, a guarantee established by the ultimate protector and the source of all safety. This moment encapsulates the profound spiritual lesson. The highest, most durable security is not found in personal strength or political cunning, but in the total, unwavering reliance upon the one and only true source of all power, Allah. The initial fear of the miracle is instantly superseded by the profound peace of total trust, cementing his spiritual conviction and psychologically preparing him to confront the forces of evil with this newfound unshakable certainty. The command of the hand and the miracle of light, Kanzel Iman, Quran, Surah Al-Qasas, the stories, chapter 28, verse 32. Put your hand into your collar. It will come out shining white, without any ailment. And clasp your hand to your flank to avert the fear. So these two are proofs from your Lord towards Pharaoh and his chiefs. Indeed, they are the wrongdoing people. The second, equally stunning miracle is commanded immediately. It's providing a contrasting proof that utilizes the prophet's own body as a vessel for divine light. Put your hand into your collar. The command is simple, direct, and private, establishing the intimate connection between the prophet and the source of his power. The result is instantaneous and radically radiant. It will come out shining white, without any ailment. This transformation is a direct, visible manifestation of the divine light nerve flowing into the human form. The hand becomes incandescently white, a color eternally associated with purity, truth, revelation, and spiritual clarity. The crucial clarification without any ailment is essential. It assures the prophet that this is not a sign of leprosy or any form of physical malady, but a deliberate, miraculous transformation of light, symbolically challenging the pervasive darkness and moral corruption of Pharaoh's regime. This miracle is an emblem of spiritual purification and transcendent luminosity, demonstrating the power of the divine word to bring radiant clarity to a world shrouded in doubt and oppression. The divine instruction then moves to address the lingering psychological aftershock and the natural human disorientation caused by the first miracle. And clasp your hand to your flank to avert the fear. This is a profound, subtle, spiritual, and psychological instruction. The action of placing the hand close to the kalb heart or flank is a technique for grounding oneself, for calming the inner turmoil, and for physically reconnecting with the certainty of the divine presence within the very core of the body. It is an act of spiritual self-mastery, confirming that the ultimate security against fear and doubt is internal, to be found in the stillness of the heart's conscious connection to its Lord. It is a lesson that true courage is the containment of fear through reliance. Allah then succinctly and decisively summarizes the strategic purpose of both demonstrations. So these two are proofs from your Lord towards Pharaoh and his chiefs. They are not mere parlor tricks or illusions, but irrefutable proofs, Burhan, that leave no room for rational denial or dismissal. Their target audience is precisely defined: Pharaoh and his chiefs, the entire system of entrenched political and spiritual tyranny. The final pronouncement seals the judgment upon the entire regime. Indeed, they are the wrongdoing people. They are confirmed to be fundamentally and perpetually prone to oppression, systematic error, and spiritual deviance, necessitating the immediate, drastic intervention of a messenger armed with undeniable, overwhelming proof. The prophet is now fully equipped with both a weapon of terror, the serpent, symbolizing crushing might, and a sign of illumination, the white hand, symbolizing spiritual clarity and truth. The hesitation and the plea for strategic support, Kanzul Aman. Quran, Surah Al-Qasas, the stories, chapter 28, verse 33. He submitted, "O my Lord, indeed I killed a person among them, so I fear that they will kill me." Despite receiving the profound assurances of security and being equipped with two stunning, irrefutable miracles, Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, in a moment of sublime human humility and prophetic prudence, articulates his deep-seated political fear directly to Allah. His immediate concern is not the grand confrontation itself, but the unresolved mortal issue of his past. "O my Lord, indeed I killed a person among them, so I fear that they will kill me." This fear is entirely rational, political, and founded in the temporal reality of Pharaoh's merciless security state. His past action, the killing of the Coptic man, remains an active capital offense, and he recognizes that his immediate unannounced return will be met, not by an audience with the king, but by an order for his summary execution before he can even begin to deliver the divine message. This statement is not an act of cowardly retreat from the mission, but a demonstration of prophetic prudence and a profound respect for the temporal reality of the law and political risk. It shows that he has not allowed the ecstasy of the divine encounter to disconnect him from the cold, hard human context of the struggle. He is simply laying his full situation bare before his Lord, asking for strategic counsel and a mitigation of risk. This moment of humility ensures that the ultimate success of the mission, when it occurs, cannot be attributed to the prophet's own bravado, but solely to the perfect strategic provision and divine intervention of Allah. This vulnerability strengthens his reliance tawakkul and, crucially, paves the way for the specific, practical, and complementary support he will request next. The request for the eloquent deputy, Kanzel Iman, Quran, Surah Al-Qasas, the stories. Chapter 28, verse 34. And my brother Harun, he is more eloquent than I in speech, so send him with me as an assistant to verify my truth. Indeed, I fear that they will deny me. Following his confession of political fear, Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, makes a specific, strategic, and self-effacing request based on an acknowledged personal weakness. And my brother Harun, he is more eloquent than I in speech. This is a profound and exemplary display of selfless leadership and spiritual maturity. He is willing to share the highest possible honor messengership with his brother, Prophet Harun, peace be upon him, prioritizing the success and clarity of the divine message over any personal desire for singular status or glory. He humbly and precisely acknowledges his own speech impediment, requesting the linguistic brilliance of Harun, peace be upon him, to act as the perfect rhetorical complement to his own spiritual intensity and physical prowess. He then clearly and functionally defines the strategic role of his brother. So, send him with me as an assistant. To verify my truth, Harun, peace be upon him, is requested to serve as the deputy and the verifier tasdik of the message, whose eloquent, flowing articulation would eliminate any ambiguity or misunderstanding, especially given the Pharaoh's court's high standards of rhetoric and debate. The prophet's deepest fear is now defined precisely. Indeed, I fear that they will deny me. The denial he fears is not just of his person, but the ultimate tragic rejection of the divine message itself, due to his own weakness in powerful delivery. This request for partnership is immediately accepted by Allah, demonstrating the divine appreciation for humility, selflessness, and meticulous strategic planning in the path of the truth. The acceptance and the promise of power Kanzel Iman, Quran, Surah Al-Qasas, the stories, chapter 28, verse 35. He said, "We will strengthen your arm with your brother, and we will give power to both of you, so they shall not be able to reach you. With our signs, you too will be dominant. You too and those who follow you." The response from Allah to Prophet Musa's peace be upon him request is one of immediate, overwhelming affirmation, guaranteeing the complete success and absolute security of the mission. The promise is a powerful, integrated guarantee of support, power, and ultimate dominance. Support and unity. We will strengthen your arm with your brother. This beautiful, figurative language signifies the complete and absolute support of Harun, peace be upon him, who is instantly elevated to commissandership, forming an unbreakable, divinely sanctioned unit of power and rhetoric. Allah grants the Prophet precisely the complementary support he requested, confirming that seeking assistance in areas of weakness is an act of supreme spiritual wisdom. Power and security, and we will give power to both of you, so they shall not be able to reach you. This promise is the ultimate guarantee of security against. The power granted is divine in origin, making them physically and spiritually inviolable during the execution of their mission. This is the explicit, final, and definitive answer to Prophet Musa's peace be upon him, fear of immediate execution. They are guaranteed divine immunity and operational freedom. Dominance. With our signs, you too will be dominant. You too and those who follow you. The ultimate, inevitable outcome is assured. Dominance Galaba. Their victory is not dependent on military strength or political maneuvering, but with our signs, the physical miracles, and the spiritual force of the message itself. This dominance extends not just to the two prophets, but to all those who follow you. The promise is a guarantee of the ultimate, certain triumph of truth over tyranny, confirming that the success of the mission is decreed by the supreme sovereign will of Allah, the all-powerful Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. The two prophets now possess their credentials, their support, and their guarantee of victory, ready to step into the world stage as the vanguard of justice. Hadith: the profound reliance of Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, upon Allah, in the face of imminent mortal threat. As he requests a deputy to compensate for his weakness, lines with the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, regarding the importance of recognizing and acting upon one's limitations while maintaining absolute trust in the Creator. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, taught, if you were to rely upon Allah with the reliance due to Him, He would provide for you just as He provides for the birds. They go out in the morning hungry and return in the evening full. Sunan al-Tirmidhi 2344. This hadith emphasizes the concept of tawakkul, the reliance due to Him. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, perfectly embodied this principle. His flight from the terrifying miracle, his plea for assistance in the face of Pharaoh's might, and his humble request for his brother were not acts of cowardice, but demonstrations of the highest tawakkul. He utilized his human intellect to analyze his weakness, speech impediment, and the danger Pharaoh's plot, and then, like the bird, he went out equipped with his means, his brother, and the miracles, but relied entirely on Allah's provision and strategic support. Allah responded not just with safety, but with a complementary partner and the ultimate assurance of dominance. This teaching confirms that reliance on Allah does not mean spiritual passivity or neglecting preparation, but rather using the best possible human means, including strategic planning, humble requests, and leveraging all available resources, while placing the final certain outcome entirely in the hands of the all-sufficient provider. Let us now supplicate, drawing from the profound lessons of these verses, asking Allah to grant us a deeper understanding and to guide our every step. O Allah, Most High, Most Exalted, we humbly implore you to grant us the spiritual assurance that comes only from knowing we are among the secure, guarded by your absolute protection. When overwhelming fear causes us to retreat, command our hearts to return, reminding us that you are the Lord of the worlds, and that all security resides with you alone. Grant us the prophetic insight to recognize our own areas of weakness, and the selflessness to seek complementary support. As Musa, peace be upon him, sought his eloquent brother Harun, peace be upon him, make your signs spiritual material, and intellectual a source of absolute conviction for us, an irrefutable proof against those who practice wrongdoing and tyranny. Strengthen our arm with righteous assistants and deputies, and grant us the power to speak your truth clearly and effectively, so that your message may never be denied due to our limitations. Fulfill your promise of dominance for us, and for all those who sincerely follow your path, ensuring the ultimate triumph of justice over falsehood and oppression. Shield us from all plots and malice, securing us with the promise that our adversaries shall not be able to reach us. Through the overwhelming power of your majestic names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, may Allah illuminate your heart and mind with the light of this divine ilm. May He make your channel a beacon of guidance for all who seek spiritual clarity and truth. May your efforts be a source of immense reward, and may you be granted the highest stations of paradise. May the peace and blessings of Allah always be upon you and your loved ones. May grant you unwavering steadfastness on the path of truth. And may your work be a testament to His magnificent names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Amin.